Beautiful. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the June edition of Check It Out. We're going to get started right away. So here we go. For those of you that are new, welcome to Check It Out. This is our table of contents of what we're going to talk about today. I have two dynamite storytime standouts. What do I mean by storytime standouts? Those are the best books to use for story times. And I have two dynamite books to share with you today for storytime standouts. We're going to cover some early readers, picture books and board books, children and teen nonfiction, middle grade fiction, teen fiction, graphic novels and manga, what I'm reading, and share some upcoming events and some giveaway time. Yes, and yes, Denise says, just wanting to make sure I get credit for the class. Yes, make sure you put your first and last name in the chat because for the giveaway time, we pick winners and we don't know what computer one means. So make sure you're putting your first and last name in the chat. And for those of you who are brand new to librarianship or just new to check it out, I want to extend a warm welcome to you. My name is Janeé Jackson-Doering. I'm the Youth Services Consultant with the State Library of Iowa. My contact information is in the top left corner. These pictures are some of the things that have brought me joy for this month of June. The bottom picture is a picture of me with Juan. He is from the Luchadores. He's one of the Luchadores from Iowa City. Des Moines Public Library had their summer reading kickoff a couple weeks ago, and I attended it. And you got to take your picture with the luchador, with one of the Luchadores. So I got my picture taken with Juan. He is very awesome. I have his contact info if you're interested in having the luchadores come to your library. So just email me and I'm happy to share that info with you. Um, at the Des Moines Public Library Summer Reading Kickoff, they also had a fandom bookmark craft. So they had wooden bookmarks, and I think they ordered them from Amazon, but you could use stickers, scrapbook paper, and Sharpies, and you can cover it in Mod Podge and let it dry, and then take it home when it's all dry. So that was a cute little display of having a make a fandom bookmark. Super fun. This picture is from Algona. Algona Public Library partnered with several different libraries to have a special program where all the kids from their libraries could come and do special activities. And this was a STEM activity. They got to make a roller coaster with pool noodles, and all the activities from that activity came from ISU Extension, and the extension representative brought pool noodles and marbles and a cup. And so the kids had to build their own roller coaster out of those materials. That was pretty cool to see and say hey to all the librarians at that event. At the top, you're probably wondering, what the heck are all those books? I attend a silent book club every month. So, yes, you're like, what is silent book club? It's the third Monday of the month in Des Moines, and a group of individuals, there's about 37 of us, we take turns sharing what we're reading for the month. And so at the end, when we're all done, we put our books together in that pile and we take pictures of what we've read for the month. So that's a picture of all the books from Silent Book Club. So they take a turn introducing those books, and then that last hour, you can either chat or you can read. So that is Silent Book Club, and that's all the books that we've been reading. And then that bottom picture is of my deck. I got to stand up. How should I put this? I sanded, waterproofed, and stained my deck. So I've been learning how to do a lot of home improvement projects this month, and those are all the things that have brought me joy this month. So I hope you find something that brings you joy this month as well. Okay, so we are going to move to story time standouts. Again, story time standouts are the best books to use for story times. Here we go. The first book on my list is called Downpour, Splish, Splash, Kersplash. This is written by Yuko Onari, illustrated by Koshiro Hata, and translated by Emily Balistrieri. This import from Japan is translated into English. This is a delight. It's a delight on the senses, and it's a perfect read aloud for a rain, preschool, or toddler story time, or even a kindergarten classroom visit. Um, but it's about this young boy on a hot summer day. This young boy goes outside to play, but he says, "It's so hot. The ground's burning hot, hot, hot." He sees the dark clouds gathering and the air shifting. And then the raindrops fall. Bada, 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 plip, 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 bada, plam, plam, plip, bada, bada. My umbrella's a drum. So there is a lot of room for automatopoeia in this story. The automatopoeia is just oozing throughout this book. And automatopoeia is repetition of sound. So it's filled with plips, plops, splooshes, splashes, and plecks. So from splashing and feeling the rain on his face to admiring the wildlife that comes out to enjoy the rain, this is a beautifully illustrated book. You can just see, I tried to blow up the images the best as I could, but just seeing the onomatopoeia, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, plop, you could do a lot of those sounds and repeat those sounds for kids to make those sounds with you during story time. But I love this picture where it says jump and kersplash, because you can see the little boy just playing and just having joy in the rain. Super engaging, super fun. Get downpour, splish, splash, kersplash. Now, if you need something for 4th of July, because let's face it, that's coming up real fast, this picture book fits the bill. This is called On the 4th of July, a sparkly picture book about Independence Day. This is written by Maggie C. Rudd and illustrated by Elisa Chavari. I ordered this off of Amazon, so I ordered 3 copies of it because I'm putting together story time kits for the 4th of July that's going to be available next year to celebrate America's 250th birthday. So if you're looking to get this, I would order it through Amazon because it came really fast. But the pictures are delightful. The book starts out on the 4th of July, when the sun sinks low, when the sparklers come out and the fireflies glow. It just moves. It moves. And it says, when the coolers are emptied and sunburns show, and then you see all of the activities that are happening that are leading up to the fireworks. It celebrates all the things we do to celebrate this holiday, from cookouts, parades, eating popsicles from coolers, all leading up to attendees walking to the spot for fireworks. This is a simple picture book, perfectly told with 1 to 2 sentences on a spread. I love this spread of the little boy and girl waving with the flag. We'll walk from our houses. We'll parade into town. We've been waiting all day for the sun to go down. We'll ride high on shoulders. We'll race on our bikes. We'll lift flags above us and wave stars and stripes. We'll laugh with our neighbors. We'll chat with our friends. Then a cannon will boom and the fireworks begin. Now, I usually just do one slide for storytime standouts, but I couldn't help it. These pictures just are darling. Just look at the different fireworks. Red sends out sparkles, gold paints the sky, blue scatters and dances as purple sails by. Um, Beautifully illustrated, showing the different types of fireworks and color. And I loved this picture of the mom or the caregiver dragging uh, the children in the wagon. And it says, "We'll take our time leaving. We'll gaze at the sky. We'll crawl in back into seats. We'll crawl into back seats and rub tired eyes." So it really captures the buildup of people celebrating 4th of July all the way to the fireworks and watching the fireworks with friends and family and then leaving. I loved the picture. And I didn't show it. There's an illustration of a dad picking up all the things like the lawn chairs and the bag and the cooler and all that while the child is waving goodbye to another friend. So really engaging. It hits 4th of July and everything right on the nose. So make sure you grab on the 4th of July. Okay, we are going to move now to early readers, and I have two early readers for you this month. This is a new series that is coming out. It is called I Like Cheese, a cat and mouse book. This is written and illustrated by Selena Yoon, and this is going to be released on September 16th. Um, this is about cat and mouse. Cat and mouse love to do everything together, but mostly they meet every day for lunch. And Cat brings all different kinds of food. She's like, look, I brought the most delicious sandwich. It has bacon, lettuce, tomato. I call it the BLT. And Mouse says, well, that's great. I just like cheese. And Cat is like, what? What? That's it? So Cat brings all different types of food, but the mouse, all the mouse wants is just cheese. And so throughout the story, you have to see if Cat is can convince Mouse whether or not to try new foods. And by the end of the story, they do. The mouse does incorporate uh, new foods into their food repertoire. But as you can see, there's speech bubbles to symbolize the cat or the mouse speaking. They're big, huge speech bubbles. But this is perfect for beginning readers who are getting into comics, like comic illustrations, or if you just want to use it as a beginning reader, this would fit the bill. So definitely pick up Cat and Mouse, a cat and mouse book. I Like Cheese. The next book is called Chip Gets Swimmer Shivers. See if you can say that a couple times very fast. This is written and illustrated by Maddie Frost. And this is another edition in the Chip series. Chip is a penguin and Chip is starting swim school, but Chip is afraid. Chip does not want to get in the water. Chip is afraid to swim, and Chip does everything to get out of taking swim lessons. So Chip says to his mom that his flipper is broken, that he can't swim, and she says, "Okay, we'll wrap it up, but you're still going to swim lessons." And so Chip stands out of the water, watching the other animals swim, and he meets another friend who also is faking getting out of swim lessons until they see all the other animals in the pool having fun. And then they change their minds and they're like, okay, let's get into the pool after all. This is a fun, engaging story for kids. It's a cute, funny story about being afraid to try something new, swimming or swimming for the first time. Simple sentences for those emerging readers. Another winner from Maddie Frost. All right, we are going to move to picture books and board books. Here we go. Now, for those of you who are new to check it out, I do put series alerts. What do I mean by series alerts? They are alerts to books that are popular for kids. So this is a series alert. For this book, we have Pokemon Primers, Dragon Types. This is a board book, and it's written, excuse me, I'm gonna move my camera real quick. It's written by Simcha Whitehill. Now, if you have young Pokemon fans, this is a cute board book to introduce newbies or fans of Pokemon to Pokemon. In the book, a battle is beginning at the castle, but only dragon-like Pokemon can enter, and Pikachu wants to invite all of his pals to compete. In this book, there are more than 100 flaps to open, and I tried to blow up a picture of the flaps as best as I could. Um, and the cool thing about this book is if you or a caregiver can't pronounce what each of the Pokemon are, there's pronunciations that you can look at to actually say the name correctly. So super fun. If you have Pokemon fans, you want to make sure you have this one on your shelves. We have another series alert. There's a lot this time around. Um, this book is dangerous. It's a Narwhal and Jelly picture book. Narwhal and Jelly are popular graphic novel characters, and now they've been added into a picture book format. This is written and illustrated by Ben Clanton. And yes, Christine, this is super cute as well. At the beginning of this romp, Jelly says, did you read the title of this book? I don't do dangerous. I've got to get out of here. So Jelly has to get out of here. But throughout the book, Jelly has to swim around sleeping sea serpents, pirate crabs, circus cannons, lost porcupines, and spiky things that are lurking around on every page. But when Jelly gets swallowed by a shark, Jelly pours out a bottle of hot sauce that the shark swallowed to make the shark spew Jelly out. And you're hoping, will Jelly find Narwhal? And the cool thing about this book is also the cover glows in the dark. So if you have fans of Narwhal and Jelly, grab this book is dangerous. The next book is called When You Go to Dragon School. This is written by Chelsea M. Campbell and illustrated by Charlene Chua. This received a star review in School Library Journal. And this is about a group of kids. And these group of kids want to go to regular school, but they can't. So what happens when your school, your human school, is at capacity and there's no more room for students? Simple. You just go to Dragon School. And the book says, what's Dragon School, you might ask? Only the best place in town. This is a colorful picture book where at Dragon School, you can practice breathing fire with all the other kids, and you'll take naps on huge piles of gold. The kids learn how dragons polish their scales, how they brush their teeth, complete tail stretches each morning, and they learn how to fly. But there's one problem. The kids say, what do you mean you can't fly? We can't fly. And so they have to learn how to fly and adapt. This is just so cute, very adorable. So if you have dragon fans at your library, if you need more dragon books, grab When You Go to Dragon School. Another series alert. Um, this is in the vein of Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. This is Chicka Chicka Trick or Treat. I love saying that. I love the onomatopoeia. Chicka Chicka Trick or Treat. See if your kids can say this during your Halloween story time. This is written and illustrated by Julian Chung. This is going to be released on July 15th, and it follows the same patterns as, or the same format as the story of Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. A told B, and B told C, let's sneak to the top of the creaky old tree. So, with this tale, each of the alphabet letters are dressed as different Halloween costumes. So you can see K has a bow tie, J has a bow tie. The S, it kind of looks like a cat, maybe a Dalmatian with the Dalmatian ears. U has a dumbbell. So all the ABC letters are dressed up in different costumes for Halloween. So they're donning their favorite costumes and they climb up the creaky old tree, and a witch, a witch is there. When a witch swoops in and the letters come tumbling down, all your little kiddos will have to see if their Halloween fun is spoiled or not. But I wanted to insert some pictures in here so you can see. Um, so at the bottom left, it says, boo, said D to E, F, G. I'll scare you at the top of the creaky old tree. Chicka, chicka, trick or treat. Everybody sneak a sneak. This is going to be super fun for Halloween, for a Halloween story time or even an ABC story time. This one you want to get, this would be a perfect story time edition for your Halloween story time. Get Chicka Chicka Trick or Treat. How many dinosaurs is too many? have enough dinosaurs, right? That's what I think. But this book asks that question. This is written by Lou Peacock and illustrated by Nicholas Slater. So, this young boy finds out in this brightly colored rhyming romp just how many dinosaurs is too many. It starts, one day, I got a dinosaur, but very soon I knew one dinosaur was not enough, and so I wanted two. Soon, the child wants three dinosaurs, four dinosaurs, and it counts all the way up to 10 dinosaurs. And these dinosaurs love to do everything. They love, the kids can see how the dinosaurs roller skate, they ski, they play soccer with the young child. However, once once 10 dinosaurs hits the house, the kid learns that dinosaurs are not so much fun. This picture says, the trouble is 10 dinosaurs will do just as they please. They snaffle all the waffles and they chomp up all the cheese. So the child has to realize and how to get all the dinosaurs out to make sure that he just has enough dinosaurs. This is perfect for dinosaur fans, or just if you just want to have a fun, silly story time, grab How Many Dinosaurs is Too Many. Okay, we are now going to move to children and teen nonfiction. Here we go. First book, and I just have two for this as well. The first book on the list is called Highlights, the Ultimate Book of Silly Jokes for Kids. Now, if the joke books in your children's nonfiction section need a little update, consider purchasing joke books from the Highlights collection. This book has over 900 jokes, riddles, and tongue twisters that kids can read and laugh to and share as well. Um, I loved this picture. I wanted to make sure you saw the pictures. Uh, each of the pictures have where on a spread there is a image in black and white and gray illustrations, and on the other page is just a list of jokes. So this one says, "What do you call a dog magician?" A labracadora. What dog loves to take bubble baths? A shampoodle. What do you call an eight-sided cat? An octopus. Again, jokes are important for children because it helps them build their language skills, it helps them build their conversation skills. And let's face it, it's a lot of fun to share jokes. So these are clean jokes. There's nothing gross or offensive. So these are age-appropriate jokes for children to share. Oh, and one more thing. This book is being released on September 9th. The next book I have is called First Day Around the World. This is written by E.B. Zaboy and illustrated by Juanito Londoño. This received a star review in Kirkus, and this is a beautifully illustrated picture book. But it shows around the world how kids around the world spend their first day of school. Um, did you know that in Nigeria, some kids eat warm akara for breakfast? Or in Poland, they unwrap lunches of kluski in Poland. So kids will get to learn from all different countries and see what kids do on their first day of school. From Ethiopia to Germany, from India to Brazil, or in Argentina, for example, they learn each other's names in a sing-song memory game. So it's a lyrical book, but kids can see other kids and see how they spend their day on their first day of school. Okay, we're going to switch gears and we're going to go to middle grade fiction. The first book on my list is called El Niño. This is written by Pam Munoz Ryan, and this features drawings by Joe Cepeda. This received a starred review in School Library Journal, the Bulletin for the Center for Children's Books, and Shelf Awareness. This is about a young man named Kai. Kai loves to swim. He's passionate about swimming. He grew up in a swimming family. His father was a swimmer and he coached his older sister, Callie. So Callie, his older sister, is a beloved swimmer and was a beloved swimmer. The thing about Callie is that Callie disappeared while swimming in the water 2 years ago. No one knows where she disappeared to. No trace of her has been found. Her parents are grieving, and life has not been the same for Kai and their family. 2 years go by, and they're still grieving. His father has shut down, doesn't really talk about swimming. So they're all grieving in their own way. And Kai is now on the same swim team as his sister, um, or as the same swim team as his sister was. But during swim practices, he's noticing, and his coaches are noticing that his race times are off. He's not as fast as the other middle schoolers on the team. And one girl is aware of it who's really bullying him, like, well, you need to get your time up, or we're not going to compete, we're not going to qualify for the next meet. So it's a lot of pressure on him. He thinks about his sister a lot. He sleepwalks and he dreams of his sister Callie, and his dreams are just haunting him. And Callie used to wear a gold cuff. That was the thing that she loved to wear the most. And he hasn't found her missing gold cuff. But what he does come across is a book that his sister loved about an underwater realm and a mysterious place called the Library of Despair and Sorrow. While he reads the book, details from the story begin to appear in real life. He sees dolphin pods, rock towers, unusual sea creatures, and he finds Callie's beloved bracelet. And while he's reading this mythical story, El Nino unleashes, and Kai is really swept up in the storm, and he's learning answers of what happened to his sister. This is a beautifully illustrated and moving story. It's about grief, handling grief, competing, living up to parents' expectations with competing. Definitely grab El Nino. This book on my list is called Another. This is written by Paul Tremblay, and this is getting a release date of July 22nd. This received a starred review and book list. Some of you might know the name Paul Tremblay. He's best known for his horror writing for adults. He wrote the book Cabin at the End of the World, and that became the film Knock at the Cabin. Well, now Paul is moving into middle grade books, and this is his first middle grade novel for middle schoolers. And this takes place during and after the pandemic. Our protagonist is Casey. Casey is a tween that suffers from facial tics. He has no friends. He used to have friends, but ever since the Zoom incident, he doesn't have friends. What happened during the Zoom incident? He was asked by his teacher to read on camera, and he started to have facial tics. And a bully in his class recorded him reading with his facial tics and posted it on social media. And it made Casey's life a living nightmare. So he just has no friends, and he had friends, but they just don't come around. But his mom and dad get a call on a weird phone about, hey, I've got his friend. You want to come over can he come over for a slumber or just a sleepover? Casey's like, I don't have friends. Who's calling? And at the door, it's a parent, a man, and a young boy named Morel. And Casey's like, I don't know what this kid is all about, but okay, sure. Yeah, sure. Since you said yes, we'll have a sleepover. And for a week, Morel stays over. But the weird thing about Morel is that he doesn't talk until Casey's realizing that pieces of Casey, his voice, his mannerisms, his face, are slowly starting to pull away from Casey and into Morel. And his parents, Casey's parents, are even treating Morel like another son. And Casey's like, "What's wrong with you? I'm your son." So Casey has to figure out what is happening, why Morel is taking parts of him, and is his family next. It also includes illustrations, and I wanted to show the illustrations. The illustrations are creepy. That's a picture of Casey with Morel's spider web like um, qualities hitting his face, his skin, and then this is a picture of Morel with all of his the spider webs of all of the things pulling from Casey into him. This is creepy. It's creepy. If you want to recommend something that's above R.L. Stine books, recommend another. All right, we're gonna switch gears and we're gonna move into teen fiction. And I've got a couple new ones that are coming out that you want to get on your radar. The first book that is out now is called When We Go Missing. This is written by April Henry, and this received starred reviews in School Library Journal and Publishers Weekly. Our protagonist is Willow. Willow is 17. She loves to take pictures. She photographs animals at the Finding Home Animal Shelter. And the reason why she photographs animals there as a volunteer, she does it because so that way the animals can be adopted. So while she's chasing after a cat that has escaped the shelter, she finds a memory card that is similar to hers for her camera. And she uploads the images, and what she sees are girls. They're smiling, some are smiling, some are a puzzled look on their face, some are frightened, and some realize some pictures there's they're just kind of they're just of the girls. They're sleeping or they're frightened or they're afraid. It's just a mix of different pictures of girls. And Willow knows something is wrong. She takes the pictures and the memory card to the police, but the police won't do anything. They said, well, there's really no laws against taking pictures of people in public. But Willow isn't going to let this go. She knows something is wrong. And so she teams up with another volunteer named Dare, who is handsome and good looking. And the thing with Dare, though, is that Dare has some secrets of his own. But these two team up to find out what happened to the girls, and on top of that, the story starts with a man named Ryan, who is a real estate agent who goes in, and this scene was so creepy. He is going in with the key to look at the girls sleeping, and he's like standing in the corner. It is like it just freaked me out. The chapters are short. The tension builds very nicely. It's a mix of danger and romance. If you like mysteries, get When We Go Missing. We have another series alert. This is Glorious Rivals. This is book 2 of the Grandest Games series. This is written by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and the release date is July 29th. If you had fans of the Inheritance games and the Grandest Game series, which was book 1, you want to grab this book to go with it. The premise is 7 players arrived on Hawthorne Island, and each of them have their own secrets and motivations to win the grandest game. Millions of dollars are at stake, but also their lives are at stake. So each player has to race and complete this game. They have to solve mysteries, myriad mysteries, and there's a mix of twists and turns. So grab Glorious Rivals. The other book I am super duper excited about, I read a press release on this. Angeline Booley, she is a former All Our Reads teen author for us. Is coming out with a new book called Sisters in the Wind. This is going to be released September 2nd. And this is when I got the press release, this is the premise because the rest of everything is being really tight-lipped. Um, Ever since Lucy Smith's father died 5 years ago, home has been more of an idea than a place. She knows being on the run is better than anything waiting for her as a ward of the state. And when the sharp-eyed and kind Mr. Jameson, with an interest in her case, comes looking for her, Lucy wonders if hiding from her past will ever truly keep her safe. She's been in the foster care system for 5 years, and it's taught her to be cautious and smart. She wants to believe Mr. Jameson and his friend not friend, a tall, fierce-looking woman who say they want to look after her. They also tell Lucy the truth about her that her father hid from her. Lucy is Ojibwe, and she has and had a sister and more siblings, a grandmother who'd looked after her, and a home where she could be loved. But Lucy is being followed, and the past that has destroyed any chance of safety that she had. So this deals with secrets, the foster care system, revenge. The press release said that this book does have characters from her previous novels from Sugar Island. I'm excited to see that because I loved the world of Firekeeper's Daughter. Um, so definitely grab Sisters in the Wind. All right, we're going to move to graphic novels and manga. There are a ton, so here we go. All right, the first book is a brand new series from DK Publishing. This is called Max and Chaffee. Welcome to Animal Island. This is book one. There's going to be two more books in this series, and this is written and illustrated by Jamie Smart. This received a starred review in School Library Journal, and this is a unique offering. In this tale, the Boggle family has moved to Animal Island, and they're immediately greeted by the Chief Constable Moose and Crumbles the baker. Crumbles is a duck. And before the family can heads off to be the lighthouse keepers, Max in the yellow hat, Max is curious, and Max gets into all kinds of ventures on the island. And Max finds this kind of a bunny looking ball, white ball, and the bunny's name is Chaffee. And throughout this story, Max tries to find Chaffee's family. Where's Chaffee's family? And so they go running all over the island in an attempt to find Chaffee's family and where he belongs. This picture that I put is a picture of what kids will see. Because in each part of the story, there's a little break and it says, "Can you help Max find the creature?" So I really like that they have like a hidden object game in the story, so that way kids can find where Chaffee is. Um, the illustrations are bright, as you can see, they're colorful. The text is large, and I appreciate that, especially for emerging readers. The text in the speech bubbles is large enough for kids to read. This is great. Great for beginning readers to fourth grades. Like I said, there's two other titles planned in the series, so check out Max and Chaffee. We have another new series that's on the horizon. This is called Dream On. This is book one. This is written by Shannon Hale and illustrated by Marcella Cespedes. This will be released on August 26th, and it received starred reviews in Booklist, Kirkus, and Publishers Weekly. And this is about Cassie. Cassie is one of six kids. Cassie doesn't really get a lot of one-on-one time with her parents because there's so many kids. And the parents are strapped. They really don't have that much money. Cassie has to share her bedroom and her bed sometimes with her sisters. So they are really living day to day pretty much. Her best friend Valley is befriending the class bully Stesha. And Cassie just does not want to hang out with Stesha because she's afraid of being picked on by Stesha. And when Cassie gets a letter from the magazine sweepstakes with the words, "You're the winner," stamped on the front, Cassie thinks it's the answer to all their problems. She thinks she can buy new furniture to replace their shabby furniture. Or maybe she can make Valley her best friend forever by taking her on vacation. But will prizes really solve Cassie's problems? And when Cassie realizes this, she realizes that this may not be the ultimate solution to her problems. Um, I liked this story because the illustrations are active, they're bright. It really deals with Cassie's feelings because she says she's very sensitive. So that might attract readers who are sensitive and are dealing with big free feelings, and kids who are trying to find the words to tell other kids that, hey, I don't like it when you tease me. I don't like it when you bully me. So it's really getting to that social emotional learning as well. This is perfect for third through fifth grades. And book two is coming out, I think it's September, if memory serves me right. Um, but check out Dream On. Our next book is called Real Life. This is for middle grades, and it's written and illustrated by Kane Lynch. And this is about sixth grader Galen. Galen loves movies. He loves watching movies with his parents, and he loves to make movies with his friends Luna and Kyle. When Gail's parents reveal that they're splitting up, it throws Galen's life into chaos. He knows he shouldn't like his dad's homewrecker girlfriend Jasmine, but she isn't a jerk. Galen thought that she was going to be a jerk, and he's realizing, wow, she really isn't a jerk. Then his mom brings home a new boyfriend and the boyfriend's teenage daughter. And Galen is just not handling this well. And to make matters worse, Galen's friend Kyle has been really mean. And the reason why Kyle has been really mean is because his family is facing a divorce as well. So to process these confusing emotions, Galen and his best friend Luna decide to make a documentary movie about his parents' divorce. So I liked this because it's a realistic graphic novel. It takes on divorce, emotions, growing up, and finding your balance before and after parents divorcing. The illustrations are vivid, they're beautiful, they capture the emotions of each of the characters very, very well. So check out Real Life. We have a series alert. Yay, another series alert. This is called So Totally Nala. This is part of the Bounce Back series. The Bounce Back series is a manga series for middle graders. This is book three of the series, and this is written and illustrated by Misako Rocks. And this has a release date of October 7th. And each of these books have a protagonist that befriends an animal. And in this story, Nala Nala loves fashion. She loves kawaii fashion and she loves Japanese streetwear. Nala is going to have fun this summer because she is going to a special fashion camp in the city. And she's realizing once she gets there that fashion camp isn't going to be a cakewalk in the park. It's really challenging. There are other kids just like her who are very talented, and Nala wants to make sure she comes out with really cool designs, but she's having some self-doubt. She's wondering if her clothing is really going to measure up. And so while she's having these thoughts of self-doubt, she is visited by a squirrel named Timothy, who gives her advice. And you're probably thinking, okay, yeah, this squirrel, really? A squirrel gives fashion advice? But Timothy does. But he knows while Timothy doesn't know fashion, he is giving her advice to build her self-confidence and to kill all those self-doubts. So together, Nala and Timothy, they rise above the self-doubts, and this is a feel-good story to remind kids, hey, you have confidence and just to believe in yourself. I loved the other books in this series, and this would be a perfect addition to your manga collection for that middle school or tweeny stage. The next series alert is from the Sunny series. This is Sunny Figures It Out. This is book 6 of the series for middle graders. And this is written and illustrated by Jennifer L. Holm and Matthew Holm. This has a release date of July 1st. And this is about Sunny. Throughout the whole book, you see Sunny grow up with her family. In this edition, Sunny likes to hang out with Tony. Tony's a friend, and they go to the movies, they talk at school, they support each other. But Sunny starts to wonder, are they dating? And Sunny isn't sure. So she asks her best friend Deb because Deb knows everything. She thinks Sunny and Tony should date. They should be going to the couple skate and go skating at the local roller skating rink or ice skating. And Tony should be giving Sunny his jacket to wear and carrying her books to class. But Sunny just really doesn't know. She doesn't know if this is dating. And she's tired of hearing everyone's advice. And in this book, Sunny has to make her own decisions and find out if they're dating or not. So pick up Sunny Figures It Out. Okay, now what I'm reading. Right now, I have two books that are going to be on my radar. The first book to your left, I brought this to Silent Book Club. This is called We Can Do Hard Things, Answers to Life's 20 Questions. This is an adult nonfiction self-help book. This is written by Glennon Doyle, Abby Wambach, and Amanda Doyle. And this is based off of the podcast We Can Do Hard Things. These three individuals they came together. Glennon and Amanda are married, and Abby, all three of them have had different types of traumatic events happen to their into their lives. And they decided to write a book about answering life's 20 questions. So one of the 20 questions is, well, gee, am I a pa since I'm a parent, am I doing this right? How do you forgive? Or where am I going in my life? So it's really a really deep dive into these questions, and they offer their insight and advice. And the cool thing about this book is that it features other commentary from Michelle Obama, Bradley Cooper, and other famous individuals. So check out We Can Do Hard Things. The other book at the bottom is a series alert. I got this off of NetGalley. Um, this is the Eyes, the Fire, and the Avalanche Kingdom. This is book 2 in the series. This is written by Dave Eggers, who won the Newbery. This is a middle grade book, and the release date is November 18th. So if you're on NetGalley, you can sign up for NetGalley and grab a copy. Um, but this is about half dog, half coyote, Johannes. Johannes likes to be an adventurous animal, and they go into the wild. In the last book, they went into the wild. They left the city and into the wild. And in this book, Johannes, he leaves the urban park by the sea, but he meets a goat named Helene who invites Johannes and his friend, a seagull, to join them on an outbound ship full of goats. And the journey brings them to a strange wilderness teeming with wolves, eagles, a lynx, bears, all eager to make a meal of the new arrivals. Uh-oh. Meanwhile, the prey have retreated deep within the woods. So, basically they're going into this new adventure, and I can't wait to see where this goes. Again, the first book is, I believe it's The Eyes and the Impossible. It was an awesome book, so if you get a chance to read that, definitely grab also The Eyes, the Fire, and the Avalanche Kingdom. And we do have some upcoming events. Don't forget tomorrow, June 25th, we will have for all our the last All Our Reads webinar with Byron Graves. We will be hosting the Teen Virtual Author Visit tomorrow from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock p.m. Hopefully, you got to attend the Children's All Our Reads event last week with Christina Wyman. It was fantastic. The moderator is Daniel Umemezi from Cedar Falls High School. He's a junior. He did a fabulous job with the conversation with Christina last week. It was wonderful. I can't wait to see the conversation tomorrow between Daniel and Byron. Byron will be speaking about his book, Resball. So you can register on the All Our Reads webpage. Again, it was last week's conversation was fascinating. I can't wait to see tomorrow's. So hopefully I'll see you there. Also, some news to share with you. Coming soon, we will be opening up for the second year in a row the Supercharged Storytime cohort. We had a cohort last year, and we had 15 individuals that were selected from all 6 districts. But Supercharged Storytime is a curriculum through Web Junction where we go through 6 weeks of training, and this is just a training to boost your story times where you're learning new skills, you meet new colleagues, and you're having fun. So there'll be more information in the Pop YS July newsletter. So stay tuned for that. Last year we had 48 applicants and we narrowed it down to 15. But it's an awesome program. You learn so much. I took this course during the pandemic. And it was just amazing. You learn so much, everything from selecting books for your kids for your story time to uh, building collections and making sure that they are just robust for all. So make sure once you find out that info in the Pop YS newsletter, make sure you apply. But again, check out the Pop YS July newsletter for more details, and that is coming out soon. And giveaway time. We're going to have 5 participants that will win a Check It Out prize book pack. If you are a winner, all packs will be delivered via Iowa Shares to you. So I would just want to say congratulations to Diane Pratt of Modale Public Library, Carrie Davis of the Hawkeye Public Library, Brittany Burke and Kelly Munter of Ankeny-Kirkendale Public Library, and Emily Tuft of Norwood Public Library. So if you get a prize pack from me, I put in books, I put in advanced reader copies, I put into a lot of fun things. So make sure you put your first and last names in the chat, and I know where you're from. So that's why we asked for that. So please make sure you put your first and last name. And that is all I have with, oh my gosh, 4 minutes to spare. Imagine that. Um, so yes, so thank you. If you have any questions, please let me know. My email and contact info are there. So feel free to email me if you'd love for me to stop by your library, or if you have any youth services needs, please feel free to email me or call.
And Janeé, thank you so much. Tons of information, lots of fun new books as always. Yay.
Groovy. Thank you guys so much and have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. Hopefully you stay cool because this weather, yeah.